This is to Sophia from Bruce. My screenplay. Hey, Dr. Amaro. We haven't talked too much, but I'm one of Serene's guys from Reaper Squad, working around all this time tech stuff, or chronon tech as you call it, I guess. Got me real inspired, so I started writing a screenplay. There's a lot of science talk in here, so I want a scientist to check it out and make sure it
Amy,
kind of makes
you okay out
sense.
there?
Would you mind taking a look?
Shit.
Thanks. Here's the first half. She's not okay out there. Do something stupid. That's my job. You can't have a monopoly on it. Here's the first half. Time Knife, written by Bruce Livingstone. Act 1. Interior office, night. Bruce Savage stands in his office. He is sexually attractive. Somebody knocks on Bruce's door and he opens it. It's a scientist lady. She looks like a librarian with glasses, but she is actually a scientist. You can tell because she has a lab coat. Oh my god, this is so bad. Lady scientist, help me. Bruce, okay. Lady scientist, take this knife because some bad apples are trying to steal it and it is very important. Okay. What is your name, handsome? I'm Bruce. Let's shake hands. Bruce and Lady Scientist shake hands. Wow, you almost broke my hand with that handshake. You're definitely a tough guy. She is impressed with Bruce's strength. She looks at his large biceps like they're delicious pieces of ham, but she doesn't want to eat them. Here's the knife. I wonder who got this assignment and how much fun they had with it. The lady scientist hands Bruce the knife. It looks mostly like a knife, but also like a time machine, because it is both a knife and a time machine, but Bruce doesn't know that yet. Goons break through the windows and shoot the scientist lady. She dies. Avenge me! Okay. Bruce kills the goons with his legs by doing lots of kicking at them. They're dead real quick. I'm dying. Bruce, looks like I got a leg up on you guys. The audience probably laughs here, so Bruce waits to deliver his next line for around 5 seconds so that everybody is calmed down. What's so special about this knife? Bruce stabs the knife into his chair. The chair disappears. The chair disappeared. He looks at a picture on his wall, which is a big photograph from 1932 with lots of people from 1932 in it. Bruce's chair is in the picture. Interesting, my chair traveled back in time to 1932 when I stabbed it. When I stab things, they travel through time. That explains why this knife looks like a knife, but also like a time machine. Because it is both. Bruce's real goofy friend from across the hall runs into the room. He trips on something on the floor. His name is Slavo. He isn't as fat as his name sounds. Ah, yeah! That is Slavo's catchphrase, and he says it in a real funny way. Bruce, you saved my life! The scientist lady was only faking being dead. Are you married? Only to my job. I find that attractive, but also respectable. She kisses Bruce's cheek. What about my cheek? Aw, man. That is Slavo's other catchphrase, which he says in a different but equally funny way. Bruce waits a few seconds for the audience to stop laughing before speaking. Wait, those lips were man's lips, not women's lips. Bruce pulls off the scientist lady's wig. She's actually Bruce's boss, Paul Marine. Paul Marine is a douche. My boss? But why? I wanted you to kill those guys because they wanted me dead. I knew you were real tough, so you could kill them easy, but I don't respect you as an employee, so I always make you do the shitty jobs, even though you've been working at my company more than most of the other guys and are real smart. Also, I don't like you because my girlfriend finds you sexually attractive. Now I understand. Give me my time knife back. Paul Marine snaps his fingers, and 73 goons surround Bruce. You can't kill 73 goons, so just give up. Oh, I don't have time for this. Bruce stabs himself with the time knife and disappears. Oh my god. Whoa, he time traveled using the time knife. Bruce opens the door. Now he is twice as jacked. Whoa, you're even more sexually attractive. How is this possible? Well, I stabbed myself and traveled to the past, then trained in all kinds of martial arts to become even stronger. I also strapped explosives into everybody's boots in the past so that when I press this detonator, you will all explode. Aw, yeah. I'm glad I have stocks in this company. Why? Because business is booming. Bruce presses the detonator. All 73 goons blow up like eggs in a microwave. Paul Marine doesn't explode. Luckily, I've used my metal detector this morning and found the explosives, so I switched boots with somebody else. Say, Slobbo, whose boots are you wearing? No! Slobbo explodes. Ah, my best friend! You'll pay for this. You don't want to stab me with that time knife. Why not? Because I'm actually you from the future. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Remember that the time knife is also a time machine. I am you from the future, but I stabbed myself with a time knife in order to come back here and do all of this. But we don't look the same. That is a good point, and I'm glad you brought it up. First, I time-traveled 700 years into the future to a time where humans have created advanced technology that allows surgeries that can completely change people's faces and bodies. I had this surgery performed so that you wouldn't be able to recognize me, but I am actually you in disguise. I can prove it because I know many things about you. Like what? You have a birthmark on your left ankle. Oh, I do have a birthmark on my left ankle. I'm starting to believe you now. You should, because even though I have a new body, I kept that birthmark on my ankle so that when I met you, I could prove that I was actually you from the future. I will show you. Paul lifts up the left leg of his pants. There's no birthmark. Instead, there is an ankle holster for a gun. Paul pulls out the gun and aims it at Bruce. I was lying this whole time. I'm not actually you. I was just saying all of that so I could get my gun. Son of a bitch. Also, in the future, I melted the time knife and turned it into bullets. Those bullets are now in this gun, which means that I can shoot you, but also send you through time all at once. Finally, you'll be out of my way so that I can marry my girlfriend Sophie later today. So fine. Before you were able to tell her that I'm a real shitty guy. I didn't know you were getting married today. I know. My girlfriend, so fine, made an invitation for you because she admires you and thinks you're attractive, but I destroyed the invitation and then lied to her and said I gave it to you at work. But now I am here to give you a different invitation. To your funeral. Paul Marine shoots at Bruce. Slavo jumps in front of Bruce. Wait, I thought Slavo exploded. No! Slavo wasn't actually dead. He jumps in front of the bullets and is shot several times. Now he's actually dying. Avenge me! Okay. Bruce goes to attack Paul Marine, but now Paul Marine has disappeared. He's gone! Slavo is dying on the ground, covered in blood. His body is red like a hot dog covered in lots of ketchup. You must stop the wedding. You are totally a better guy and clearly more attractive than Paul. You should be dating his girlfriend so fine. Slavo dies. Bruce just sits there next to Slavo for a while. Because many people will be crying at this point, he eventually gets up. Looks like I'm going to a wedding, after all. He holds out the time knife. Somebody's gotta cut the cake. Cut the cake means he's going to kill Paul. The audience will understand because of the way the actor says it. It's a real intense moment. Bruce puts on his shades. End of Act 1. From Bruce Livingstone to Sophia Amaro. Hey, Sophia. Still haven't gotten any notes back from you on the first half of my screenplay, but I'm finished with the second half now, so I'll send it your way. Let me know what you think. Time Knife, written by Bruce Livingstone, Act 2. Bruce has just had his best friend killed by his boss, Paul Marine. Bruce now has a time knife that sends things through time if he stabs them. He is going to Paul Marine's wedding now to tell his girlfriend Sophie not to marry him because he's a real shitty guy. Interior wedding building day. It is a wedding. Paul Marine and his girlfriend Sophine are getting married. Sophine is real attractive. If most girls are ham sandwiches, then she is a 16-ounce steak. Bruce enters the wedding building. Stop! Bruce, I'm so happy that you came. You can't marry Paul Marine. He's a real shitty guy. He's lying. I'm not. He killed my best friend with time bullets. But that's impossible. Time travel doesn't exist yet. That's what they want us to think. But I actually have a knife that is also a time machine and sends people through time when I stab them. I want to believe you, but that doesn't make sense. I will prove it. Bruce grabs Sophine's mom. Here's a bunch of money for lottery tickets. Bruce gives Sophine's mom a bunch of money for lottery tickets. He stabs her with the time knife, but gently, not violently, just so that she will travel through time. She disappears. Sophine's mom enters the wedding building. She is now wearing different clothes. He is right. He stabbed me gently with the time knife, and I was sent to the past. He also gave me a bunch of money, which I used to buy a lottery ticket that I knew would win, and now I have $1 million. You helped my mom become rich. Thank you, Bruce. You made me rich the first moment I saw you. Rich in my heart. With love. I always loved you most, but Paul Marine and I already just got married. You're too late. Or is he? This was the wedding minister. The minister pulls off his mask. He is actually George Washington. Bruce knew you were getting married, so he stabbed himself and traveled to the past, then stabbed me so that I would be sent to this time. I then pretended to be a wedding minister for the ceremony, but I am actually not a minister at all, which means the marriage isn't official. You did all of this for me? Yes, I stabbed George Washington because I love you. Also, the man you were about to marry wasn't actually Paul Marine. Paul Marine takes off his mask. It's Slabo, Bruce's best friend. This is actually a fake wedding. I saved Slabo's life and then had him disguise himself as your boyfriend to make this look real, but it was actually a test to see if we were meant to be. The only thing meant to be is your death. Sophine pulls out a gun. She pulls off her mask. It's the real Paul Marine. But how? I followed you to the past using my time bullets and discovered your plan to marry Sophine. So I already married Sophine in the past. She didn't want to, but then I showed her this baby. Paul Marine reveals a baby. I told her that this baby was actually our baby from the future and that I used time bullets to travel with the baby back to the past to show her that we had a family together in the future. But in reality, it is just a baby that I stole that isn't mine. Then whose baby is it? The real Sophine enters wearing futuristic pants and a shirt. Ours! Are you the Sophine from the future? Yes, you were very quick to understand things. I came to the past to tell you that in the future you and I got married, Bruce. We had a very active and highly satisfying sex life, which led to the birth of our future child, Uruguay. That is not the baby that Paul Marine is holding. He stole our baby. Or that is the baby that Paul Marine is holding. He stole our baby. But why? Paul Marine stole our baby and then traveled to the past so that he could use the baby as a lie to trick younger me to marry him, instead by saying that it was actually the baby that he would have with me in the future. The past version of me believed him, and because of that, I married Paul Marine instead and no longer ever marry you at all. Aw, man! It's over, Bruce. We're married. Until death do you part. Bruce pulls out the time knife. Paul Marine pulls out his gun with the time bullets inside. They have the best fight of any movie ever. At the end, Bruce has Paul Marine with a knife to his neck. It's been a slice. Bruce lifts his knife up to cut Paul Marine. You won't get me this easy. Paul Marine aims the gun at himself and shoots himself 30 times. The clip is bigger than a regular pistol. Paul disappears, but then 30 Paul Marines enter. I shot myself 30 times, that I was sent to many different times at the same time, which meant there were 30 of me. Now we are all here to kill you. Which means that each of you has a time bullet inside of you. Of course, but I made sure that we were all shot in areas that have no vital organs, and we will get the bullets removed after we kill you. Unfortunately for you, I traveled to the past earlier and took your gun and added an electric charge on each of your time bullets. I control the electric charges with this handheld detonator. No! Yes, it's quite shocking. Bruce presses his detonator. All 30 Paul Marines are electrified from the inside. Their skin peels open all over like sausages that are left on the barbecue for too long that peel open all over. The Paul Marines all die. Consider this my resignation. Brugge. Goo goo gaga? Aw, yeah. God bless America. Bruce and Sophine make out. Sophine waits for a few seconds for the audience to stop applauding before saying her next line. Congratulations, you passed the test. What test? We always believed you were the chosen one, so we traveled to the past to test you and make sure. We now believe you are ready to fight the ultimate villain from the future. Okay. Who's the ultimate villain? His name is Paul Marine. But I just killed Paul Marine. No, the Paul Marine you have known this whole time has actually been an actor from the future that we paid to play Paul Marine for the test. The actual Paul Marine is exactly the same, but he lives in the future. He's an actor, which means my job was fake as well. Yes, that's the only reason why you were kept in a low-level position for so many years, without a single promotion. And it appeared that people didn't give you the respect that you clearly deserve. Because in reality, you are the chosen one. Oh, it all makes sense now. We must travel to the future. Are you ready? Looks like it's time to find out. Bruce puts on his shades. George Washington waves the American flag. End of movie. Bruce Savage will return in Time Knife 2, The Reckoning.